It's May 3rd today. Tomorrow will officially be 1 full month of repotting. It's day 30 of my repotting season today. The apricot tree flower petals are all falling off. Actually, this tree, they're staying on better. We still got a few pollinators here and there, but there hasn't been a lot of them lately. That one day they just went crazy and grabbed all the pollen, hopefully cross-pollinated everything. You can see the flowers on this tree are mostly falling off. They're all over the ground. I think I might kind of shake them off and collect them. Try and make like a potpourri or something. I don't know. Anyways, today I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the big one. I'm gonna tame the beast. This large spruce here. I think it's probably a white spruce. Yeah. Oops. I like it. I think once it thickens up a lot more, it'll be much better. But you know, it does have kind of decent gradual taper all the way to the top here. There's definitely some improvements to be made and, you know, some pruning to do, but what I really want to do is get this tree growing strongly first, which I think this year it will. I should say these buds are just about to burst, so I think today's the perfect day to repot this tree. These big ones up here are just huge, you know, really just ready to extend. They were kind of in this protective casing, like a scaly kind of, you know, almost pine cone looking thing during the winter, but now they're starting to get really, really fat. They've kind of probably doubled in size in the last week or so. So yeah, gonna get that one done today. And I've been thinking about it. You know, I was thinking about putting it in this big black pot here, but I think that's overkill. It's not super necessary. I want a bigger pot than it's in, but yeah, I don't need to go with a too big one like that. I don't want to use that much soil either. I have limited resources. So the issue with this pot is that, you know, it's kind of narrow here and then it really, you know, contracts down this way, and actually it's not all full of soil. You know, there's like a water reservoir, like a chamber kind of thing down there, so any extra water drains out, but then it stays in the bottom there. So I don't know if you can see inside, but there's actually lots of roots growing through that, so this might be kind of difficult to get out. So it's not the best training pot, but instead of this big one, which is overkill, I'm gonna put it in this one next. So it's gonna be a much better fit, I think, and I can jam this full of soil. I think I already have almost enough mixed up to do that. So I think I'm gonna bring this tree up on the table and try to do it there carefully. Yeah, so I'll do that. All right, well, here it is up on the table, the beast. This is the tree that's in my profile picture for the channel. I think I took that picture last March or April before it flushed out for the year. But what I want to do this year is wait for it to fully flush out and retake that same picture. And then I'll do that every spring, every time it flushes out. and make a new profile picture for the channel and just keep updating it. And hopefully this tree keeps filling out and gets thicker and more interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do this fairly quick because there's a whole bunch of rain coming, and oops, nice. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rain coming, and it's gonna continue throughout the rest of the day and into tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to do much in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get this done. Got the camera set up over there, so if I do everything right here, that should be good. Yeah, I'll just be extra careful. I've never repotted a large tree like this. Oh, actually, that comes out really easy. I was not prepared for that. Yeah, so that's the bottom. I had some rocks in there, I guess. Yeah, some more interesting method. Yeah. Some big ones in there. Okay, anyways. Yeah, there's quite a bit of roots. There's just a tiny bit of white growth on the tips of some of them. Not all of them, and only a little bit. So it looks like I think I caught this at a good time. This one here is a lot whiter. Is that from one of the weeds or something? Yeah, that's something different growing in there. What was that? Weird. What? That felt mushy, like a Rose of Sharon root or something. Okay. I think I'm just going to come in from this angle and work like this. I can save a little bit of that moss. It's not the greatest moss, but gets the job done. Keeps the soil moist. It's really what I use it for. You know, I don't have any show bonsai or anything like that, show-worthy ones. I'm just trying to grow my trees big and strong. Tree's definitely been in this pot for at least 2 years. Grew on I left it at the side of my parents' house 2 winters ago. And it grew fairly decently last year. I overwintered it here with the rest of my trees. Budding out quite nicely now. Those buds look really large and strong. So yeah, there's a lot of pumice and perlite in this soil. I haven't used pumice for quite a while. I don't think there's even any safety zorb in here. So yeah, I potted this up before I bought that, which was I think over 2 years ago. First time I bought safety zorb. So I'm expecting to have to do quite a lot of root correction on this tree, and I won't be able to do it all today. I'll have to do it in stages over a number of years. Depending on how it is, I'll probably repot it every 2 years. So every 2 years I'll get a chance to fix up some more roots, and then I've even got some gravel way up there. And then, yeah. So maybe it'll take 6, 8 years before I get a fully sorted out radial root system going, but I think it's worth it for this tree. This will be kind of one of my prize trees, hopefully. Kind of like my living Christmas tree. So yeah, the base actually gets thicker down there before the roots start, so that's pretty nice. I don't know if I've ever really seen these roots. I don't think I did any pruning when I put it in this pot. Maybe I did. Can't remember. Getting there, slowly but surely. Gonna have to wash this off soon before I continue. Neighbor conversations, gotta love it. Not quite sure what's going on in here exactly, but there's a few kind of clumps of roots that are coming off some larger primary roots. It's a pretty weird one right there. I'm sure I'm gonna cut this root right here where it grows at a weird direction. Eventually that might be the start of a nice radial root. If I can cut it back here and it divides, that would be good. There's a thinner one I can use, another one here, and then yeah, pretty much everything else is a taproot going down. So there's 2 of them at least. I'm gonna have to pick one of them and cut it off, and then I guess leave the other one. Maybe I can repot again in 1 year. Aim for like a 5 years from now, having a nice radial root system with all the bad ones cut off of it. Maybe a little less than that, I don't know. Still figuring this out as I go. Just watching lots of YouTube videos. Nigel Saunders Bonsai Zone is definitely my YouTube mentor. His style is the one that I kind of connect with the most. I really appreciate, you know, the natural styling of a tree in a pot that kind of mimics one in nature of the same species, you know. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 big roots down there that I'll eventually have to get rid of. I think maybe what I can do for now is keep the big one, cut off the 2 smaller ones. This one only has that much root, this one that much, and then the big one has all this. So that might be a decent plan. I'll just wash it off and I can take a look. Actually, okay, so I'm gonna kind of do this work right here actually. Root cutting. So maybe I'll just keep all of this one intact for now actually. The ones up here, you know, that will be the eventual root plane. I'll just leave alone for now. I'll leave this big one alone. I'll definitely cut off this one. I'll do that first. Yeah, that's been growing for a couple years. Get rid of this little one. There's not too much that's kind of growing downwards. And then I'm gonna get rid of all of this actually. Cut that all back. That'll be a really good start. Yep, that's all coming off. Here goes. My hands are slippery. Ooh, nice one. Wow. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably close to 10 growth rings in there. It's been growing for a while, but I don't think I'm gonna do any more cutting on these roots. I'll just shorten them with the scissors. I think it's not even on camera. Yeah, I was saying I won't do any more pruning of these roots. I'll just shorten them with the scissors. And I think that's actually, you know, a somewhat decent start to a radial root system. Got one coming out here, here, here. And this big one is too low, but at least it'll keep the tree alive. And then I can cut that big one off next time. And then actually that should leave a nice flat root base at that point. Maybe that'll be in 2 years. Yeah, should probably leave it for 2 years. Anyways, I'll give it another quick rinse. There's the pot I'm putting it in, so just going to prune off what I don't need to fit in the pot. Plant it somewhere right around there, in the center. Okay, there's that. Choppy choppy. Okay, I'll just mound up a bit of soil first. Just a little bit. I probably should plant it a little lower maybe, but I'm just gonna put in a whole bunch of soil on top of this and really get it stuck in there. Most of these roots are right at the edge of the pot, but that's okay. I can do some really good root selection next time. Get that big one way down in the soil there. There's a bit of an air gap here I'll fill in as I fill in the soil. Because I might need to mix up some more soil after all. Use my fingers as the chopsticks for filling in air gaps. I can feel them pretty well in this larger pot. Yeah, it's already much firmer in there. I'm just going to change the camera angle a little bit and wait for this street cleaning machine to go by. So that planting angle is pretty good. Fairly straight up and down. Just dump all of that in there. And yeah, I don't know, that's not too bad. I might mix up a little bit more soil. Maybe I'll just put some gravel or mulch or something on the top. Some moss definitely, but actually, yeah, that's a pretty good depth for it. It's fairly sturdy in there, considering how top heavy it is. I'll definitely get some rocks in there. Actually, I'll do a thorough watering first, and then I'll test it out. Need to get myself a proper watering can this year. This improvised, water bottle with holes poked in the lid is not the best. Anyways, I think that's pretty good. It's potted a little bit off to the side in the pot, to try and maximize the new root growth. And yeah, I think it's looking really good. I don't know if I'll be able to do a proper spin on it because it's so big, but maybe I can just walk around it. Do the spin myself. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool tree. I don't know about what anybody else thinks, but I like it. So there's the grapevine in the back and the eastern redbud tree. the buds of which are turning red. The flowers will be opening up soon. Yeah. Anyways, it feels great to finally have this finished. You can see actually right here, some of these buds are really greening up. They're ready to open in the next couple days, I'm sure. After this repotting, it might just, force it to start growing. I think that's a pretty good shot to finish this one on. I'm really happy to finally get that done. I've been thinking about it for years. I think that's all of my large trees potted up now. Got my sugar maple, my white pine number 17, and 15 over there. It's not that big. This one over here, which is going to be spruce number 2, I think that's the next biggest one that I have to repot still, but everything else is fairly small, manageable. I need to do a whole bunch of pruning on my trees and also air layering. It's been hard to do all that. First of all, because I didn't want to cut off all these beautiful flowers, but now that they're falling off, I can get that done. But second of all, because most of my time has been taken up with this epic repotting season, which is slowly coming to an end. I was really looking forward to it for a long time, and now I'm looking forward to it being finished. But anyways, I guess this street cleaner is not going anywhere. Maybe I'll get another cedar or something potted up today if I can mix some more soil before the rain starts. The skies aren't looking too dark yet, but it's definitely coming. Anyways, that's it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Cheers.